Colonel Shining Gun has always been kind of a particular horse. We go back a few years. I remember I got involved in his training career at the end of his 3-year-old year. I remember when he unloaded from the trailer, he definitely is the one that caught my eye the most. He was strikingly good looking and he had a really pretty collar. You know, you can't mistake him for anything else. You know, he's got the white face, but he's got the collar and that white kind of in the right places. You know, he's a striking, good-looking horse. I think he's bred as good as it gets. You know, he's by Gunner, which has been and probably will be for a long time one of the top sires in this industry. And he's out of a Shining Spark mare, and we all know how good the Shining Spark mare can be as far as producers. The one thing that really caught my attention was these big stops. You know, he always was a huge stopper from the beginning. I remember the first day I rode him, I went home and told my wife I can't believe how big of a stopper we just got in the barn, because he's always been a huge stopper.
When I rode him for the first time, it was a really amazing feeling. He stops and turns like I never felt before. Especially the stops, it's incredible feeling how easy and how smooth and things go, and yeah, his ability in the maneuvers is really, really amazing.
And he was a little bit behind by the time I showed him to at the Futurity, but we made the finals. I remember the second go-around was probably one of the best rounds I've had in a long time. We marked a 2:27.5, and you know, once again, his stops made him get to the top, and he was always there for me.
Yeah, when I prepare Jojo for the show, before I train and I do all the maneuvers, everything is just quiet. I just want him to be relaxed and not worried about anything, because he's kind of sensitive about that he wants to be so good, and if you push him too much then he's gonna overdo himself. So I just try to warm him up, relaxed, and make him feel comfortable.
Italian sired by Gunner out of Shining Little Peach, owned by Katarzyna Roleska, shown by Sarah Beck. Thank you, Sarah Beck and Colonel Shining Gun.
I was excited to see him, and he didn't disappoint me. He had a nice run. You know, it's hard for horses from Europe to come all the way to Oklahoma City and perform at a high level. Maybe a little bit of the tiredness showed up in his runs, but he was definitely one of the crowd's favorites, and he showed everybody what he can do. Katarzyna Roleska, she decided to take him to Europe and start a showing career in Europe. And I've been keeping my eyes on him just because he kind of holds a special place in my heart, because he's always been one of my favorites. I wish I could have had him for a little bit longer and maybe kept going with his career, but he's done great in Europe, especially this year in 2013. I've been watching him in the show pen, and you know, I think he looks great.
It was really a fun show to be. And I was really, I don't know, everything just fell to place. He felt like so quiet, and he was so relaxed, and we just went in and everything just worked the way you have planned in your head. He was so, it was so amazing. Yeah, we got some babies from Jojo at our place, and at Roleski Ranch in Poland they also have some babies. And they all look like him. They have the spot on the belly, the white spot, and the tail half brown, half white, and the white face. And the conformation and also the same look in their eyes. They're just, you know, relaxed and quiet, very quiet babies.
If I had a mare myself, I'd definitely breed her to Jojo, because I think he's going to throw those big stops, and that striking good look, I think it's going to go a long way.